Hey y'all, how's it going? Dana with Sullivan Family Homestead here, and I'm hoping that the dogs will behave themselves and not start barking like crazy while we're in here chatting. So, you guys know that Thursdays are always my busy day, and this week, of course, is no exception. So, I have a paper crafting class that I'm doing this evening. And I'm fairly certain I'm not going to be done until 8 o'clock. I schedule it from 5 to 7, but inevitably it runs over until about 7:30, 7:45. So I figure by the time I get back to the house from the library, it'll be well past 8 o'clock, as in 8:30, maybe even close to 9 o'clock. So so I'm not gonna worry about it. Miss Kelly, hey, how's it going? I will not be back on later tonight. In the past, when I've not been able to do my 8 o'clock slot, I try to come in at 11 o'clock after Pratt Family, but I can't do it tonight. I am already exhausted, and I haven't even done my class yet. I've been working pretty hard today. So I know once I get home and get dinner, I'm going to be ready for a shower and bed. So I don't want to promise you guys that I'll be on later tonight. That's not going to happen today. So Miss Kelly, that's okay. We'll meet up anyways. Hey, Miss Pia, how's it going? Oh, we've been pretty well, actually. Baby Chick is doing great. I actually should have brought him up here so that you guys could see. His markings are getting to be really cool. He doesn't have, before I mentioned that he has the silver-laced Wyandotte markings on his wings. And that's kind of true, but they've actually started developing into more like spots, not like the silver-laced Wyandottes where it's kind of like colored tips of the wings. This is like polka dots. So Miss Kelly, that's okay. We'll catch up soon, honey. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Hey, Not Evil, how's it going? I appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Wonderful Blessed Life says, that is how I was last night. Had 4 extra teenagers at your house. Holy mackerel, no. The last few weeks have been super, super busy for us. So, we have the Homesteaders of America conference coming up on the 14th of October, and that's big. Then we have craft fairs. Well, this is right in the middle of massive craft fair season. So, I've got craft fairs almost every single weekend going on. And then mixed in with all of that are these paper crafting classes. So, we've got a lot of stuff going on, and I have just been slammed busy. Plus, as you guys can see over here on this shelf, all of that is fiber that I've supposed to get spun up. And I still have some Surrey alpaca fiber that I've been trying to get felted for Lori over at Whimsical Wonder Farm too. So anyway, I've been busy. Miss Pia, that's okay. I know this is a really off-the-wall time for our live stream. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I just know that I am not likely to be home in time to do the 8 o'clock show. And I kind of feel bad that, we haven't had that many videos posted in a while. And so I kind of feel like, man, at least we could do is our Thursday live stream. So I wanted to go ahead and get it done and spend some time with you guys and whatnot, and just give you a quick update. And for those who can't make it to this live stream, I understand completely. I appreciate y'all coming back around and looking, checking out the video later. But that's my worn out face. So anyway, Melissa had asked what we're making tonight, and we're actually making some really cute things. I have a Stampin' Up business, and I have a Facebook page. It's called Stampin' Chick Stampin' Up, and you want to do STAMPIN, no G on the end. So Stampin' Chick Stampin' Up. That's the Facebook page. And maybe Miss Melissa can post a link to it for you guys down here while I'm talking to you. Anyway, I do workshops, card classes, and this evening we're going to be making this really, really cute, looks like a wooden crate, but it's actually paper with an embossing technique on it. And it's going to be really neat, and it holds candy, and it's basically going to be like a gift packaging. So it's a little wooden crate, and you know, it's not huge, about this big, and it's going to have a little farmer's market logo on it and a little chicken on it, because y'all know how much I love my chickens. And then it'll have a little clear plastic bag with a cute little ribbon tied on it, and it's going to have some coordinating Hershey's Kisses in it. So that'll be a fun one. And then we're making 2 different cards, and those are going to be super cute too. And if you guys want to know what they look like, if you go to that link, Melissa just posted it, facebook.com/stampinchick. If you go to that page and look under the events tab for Rustic Charm Workshop, you'll find it there. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. And I have some brand new stampers that are coming, and they're going to be checking it out. So this will be really interesting to have some new stampers also. And my phone is ringing, and I'm not answering it. They can leave a message. So anyway, that's what I have going on this evening. With regard to Pip, the chick, I've actually been kind of stressing a little bit about what I'm going to do with him. Not just him specifically, but all four of the chicks that are in the brooder box right now, because I don't have an outside brooder. We have a big stock tank that, when we're not using it, stays out in the garage or outside, and then we bring it into the basement, and we've got the heat lamp and all of that stuff in there. So we don't have to worry about the heat lamp catching on fire or anything like that, because Matthew constructed this really cool lamp stand out of rebar, actually, and he welded some feet on it, and he curved it over, and so the light clamps to it and hangs on it, and it's really cool. And you know, it's safe and clear of debris and everything, so I don't worry about it catching fire that way. And but anyway, it's in the house, and you know, it's all well and good when they're little bitty. They don't really kick up too much dust, but after a little while, when they get growing a little bit more, the dust and dander gets pretty substantial, and then, you know, they really need to be out of the house before then, you know. But unfortunately, by the time they're ready to go outside, it's going to be cold. And so I'm trying to figure out how to wean them into going outside a little bit, you know, but they're not ready yet. I mean, it's been cold the last couple of days, actually. I mean, you wouldn't think it in East Tennessee, but when we're used to having 80 and 90 degrees for the last several months, and then now we're lucky to get, what, 65 degrees? I think it feels great. But a baby chick that doesn't have all its feathers yet is not going to think that's too great. So I'm not even able to take them outside for a little bit and, you know, kind of, what's that word? Acclimate. I can't really get them acclimated to the cooler temperatures, because it's too cool, I think, to take them outside in the first place right now. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Hey, TJ, how's it going? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. We've got to figure something out. And I don't know if I'm just going to have to take a chance on them being okay out in the chicken coop, or what I'm going to do. I don't know. So anyway, if you guys have a suggestion on that, I would love to hear it. But as it is right now, I'm thinking, oh man, we're going to have to clear this big section out in the garage. They're going to have to live in the dark for the next couple of months. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out anyways. So Wonderful Blessed Life says they had baby chicks at the farm store today. I almost got some. Oh, resist the urge. Resist the urge. Hey, Roberta, how's it going? Pia says, still can't see or hear anybody else. That's weird. Try to refresh your page. Maybe close out of it completely and then come back in. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. You know I can't talk and type at the same time. Sorry about that. Okay, Roberta says she can see and hear. Hey, Miss Lorianne, how it's going? So, anyway, I'm hoping that I can get something figured out with the babies as far as that goes before the cooler temperatures come in. Last year at this time, it was still really warm. And in fact, we were in jeans and t-shirts clear into November. In fact, I think even into December. And so I was really hoping that it would be that way this year too, so that I would have time to kind of acclimate the chicks and get them worked into the coop before it got cold, and they'd be fine. But it's not looking like it's going to be that way. I mean, it's been pretty chilly the last few days, so, you know, that's not good. Hey, let's see. Oh, we're doing real good, Miss Laura. We're just kind of running crazy today. You know, Thursday's the busy day. TJ says they fell yesterday and hurt their back again. That's not good. I hope you're feeling okay. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Isn't that what they say? Man, I tell you though, when your back goes out, it's bad. It's really bad, isn't it? So anyway, so if you guys have any good ideas on what to do with the chicks, I'm more than happy to hear them. So this was not fabulous timing to get the chicks. I wouldn't have if it hadn't been for the issue with Charlotte in the first place. So, you know, it is what it is now, and we'll get it figured out. But I don't know what to do. We may have to, I don't know, we may have to build a little cage inside of the chicken coop or something, and they may have to live in there for a while. So seems like maybe Patera, maybe? I think maybe Patera has done that before, said something about using a dog kennel in the chicken coop to acclimate them in with the babies and whatnot. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that out. So, well, they are in the house right now. We have a big stock tank, you know, like the aluminum stock tanks that you use to feed horses with. We have one of those down in the basement right now, and I mean, it's, I don't know how many gallons it is, but it's huge. And that's what they're in right now. And that's fine, but here very soon, they're going to be big enough that they're going to be kicking up all kinds of dander, and they're going to be big. About the time that they get all of their feathers in, I really want them to be outside, you know? This is the drink of champions, y'all. Just saying. So anyway, that's just one aspect of it. The next thing is that I don't know where it come from, but I had noticed that the goatees had been scratching a bit lately, And I thought, I don't know about goats getting fleas. Oh, no, they don't have fleas. They've got lice from birds, maybe. Maybe from birds coming in. I don't know. But I know that they didn't have them a couple of months ago. In fact, I know they didn't have them a month ago when I trimmed their feet last. So this has just been in the last few weeks that they've acquired lice. And so now I'm researching how to get rid of lice on goats. Blech. They can get goat lice. Food grade DE is great to treat it. Is it really? Well, guess what I have in the garage in bags. Thank you so much for that, Roberta. I'm going to try that out. It's going to have to wait until tomorrow, though, because today is insane. So, let's see. As well as warming lamps, they have a lot of those during the winter. Wait, hold on. Hold on, sorry. Oh, okay. Miss Lorianne says, my in-laws use Rubbermaid bins filled with straw laid on their side for hens to warm up. Okay, got it. I gotcha. So, yeah, I'm going to try the DE tomorrow then, Roberta. Thank you so much for letting me know that. She says food grade DE is amazing for so many things for livestock, pets, and humans. I've heard that. We've got bags of it in the garage, so I'll probably try that tomorrow because it's not going to hurt anything if it doesn't work out so well. So I have this like serious bleh about lice. It makes me cringe and creep and everything else. So the whole idea of dealing with goat lice just makes me Anyway, but I noticed they were scratching and I checked and sure enough, there it is. So anyway, I just saw a couple of them, so I'm hoping that I've caught it early enough that it'll take care of it pretty quick. I may check and see what else I can use just to make sure that it's totally gone and done with. So, yep, sure can. There we go. Yep, it sure did. You should see the other guy. Oh, goodness. Yes, it does me too. It really does me too. I just start like going, ah. It's horrible. But anyway. So, yes, thank you, Roberta. I will definitely try the DE tomorrow and hopefully it'll be okay. Roberta says he was trolling on Angie's live stream too. I don't get people, man. They're just whatever. Whatever. Usually, if they're not vulgar, I don't even mess with them. I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. I don't care. So, but anyway, moving right along. The ducks are grown like huge, which is wonderful for me because we have, 5 of them. And I had hoped, and we had tried really hard to sex and make sure that there were 1 male and 4 females. But Hannah had mentioned that when we were talking to the gal at the farm store while we were picking them, that we had already put a male into the box when we found the other male. And I wish she'd have said something there, but she didn't. I guess she thought we knew what we were doing, which of course we didn't. So we ended up with 2 males and 3 females, but that's okay. We're going to use that as a good opportunity to, pick which ones of the male is going to stay, and we'll go ahead and dispatch the other one and put it in the freezer for the winter time, and then we'll still have 1 for the 3 girls. So, all right, TJ, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you. Miss Pia says, baby chick big. Yeah, he's getting pretty big. He's probably this size right about now. He is getting big. And he thinks he is tough stuff, man. I mean, to tell you, he is just in charge of things. He truly is. So it's funny to see him go. But thank you so much for stopping by, TJs. We really appreciate you, darling. We'll see you later. So anyway, I know I don't know how to share pictures on here. I don't know how to share pictures on here, and every time I have tried to share a picture from my phone, it just totally like whites out. So his name is Pip. That I can do for you. You know, I don't know. It's kind of funny, but we couldn't really think of anything better, and we just like the idea of saying Pip. So, you know, it took him a bit to get here, and we were so excited about it, and it just stuck. So, but he knows it though. He knows that's his name because, you know, I'll stand over the tank and watch him, and I'll talk to him, you know, and he'll kind of look up and turn his eye up at me, and he's paying attention to what I'm saying. I know he is. Miss Laura says, could you link to your Instagram? Wonderful Blessed Life, could you see if you can do that? I don't know how to do that. Let me see. He really is cute, Laura. I don't know. I'm curious to see what he's going to look like what his colors are going to be like, because I had thought, here we go. I don't know if this works or not, but look at you so fast. Okay, I'm done trying to do that, because I can't even talk and type at the same time, and then bam, you got it. So there it is, Miss Laura. Hey, Bandana, how's it going? But anyway, yeah, he's got these little spots. Originally, when he started getting the spots, he was getting them towards the back end of his wings, you know, and I thought that they were going to grow out to be like silver-laced Wyandotte markings, which he's half silver-laced Wyandotte, so it made sense, and I thought, well, that's cute, you know, I expected that that's what he would look like. So I'm expecting a silver-laced Wyandotte with a kind of reddish head. But now, in the last couple of weeks, he started getting those spots all over him, and they're not like the silver-laced Wyandotte markings look kind of like feathers. So it's like black feather with white trim, with black trim outside of that, and it's very pretty, and it's a uniform marking on every single one of the feathers. With him, it's not like that. It's like somebody took the eraser of a pencil, dipped it in black, and just dot 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 all over his body. So it's not really specific silver-laced markings. He's got speckles, but it's not like the silver-laced markings. So I will try really hard. I don't want to commit to it, but I will try really hard to get you just a quick little video even. You know what I can do? I could do this, because this is simple. I can just do one of those quick little Instagram videos of him. So, oh yeah, there we go. See, she has got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyway, I'll do a quick little Instagram video of him now, because I'm not sure, that picture may be a week or two old. So maybe even a little older than that. But I'll do a quick little Instagram video of him. In fact, I'll do it today before I leave for my class. So if you guys go over there, let's say maybe 5 o'clock, somewhere after that, you'll be able to see it. So I'll do that for you. She says she'll take her payment in fudge. You know, it's almost time again. It's almost time. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. P.S. says she likes my shirt. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, it is almost time for fudge, and I'm trying not to even think about that yet until I get back from the conference, but it is coming up. Um, so every year I do a fudge sales, and it's all homemade from scratch fudge. I do various different flavors, and I mean some really fun off the wall flavors too. Like I've done a candy corn, I've done a cotton candy, I've done Reese's, Butterfinger, uh, peanut butter cup, M&M, the traditional stuff, chocolate, peanut butter, uh, vanilla, all sorts of different kinds of flavors. So cherry mash, chocolate covered cherry, stuff like that, all sorts of different flavors. And I advertise them, excuse me, I advertise them on Facebook, and I sell them by quarter, half, and whole pounds, and they are absolutely to die for. They are wonderful. I don't mind saying they are wonderful. Fudge is kind of my thing. But hey Pickers, how's it going? Nice to see ya. P.S. says, sell it on Etsy. Wanda loves candy corn. I'm telling you, I love candy corn too. That is one of my favorites. But Hannah really likes the peanut butter. That's her absolute favorite. And I guess if I have to pick a favorite, I might pick the Reese's Pieces one because I really like Reese's Pieces. So Miss Roberta says, have you done any with pepper, such as cayenne or jalapeno, to give it a bit of spice? Ooh, no, I haven't. But I could. Get the eyebrows going. I could. I actually just went out to the garden a little bit ago, and I don't know what to say about this, but man, my pepper plants have just exploded. Here I'm thinking we're wrapping things up for the season, and the peppers have just gone berserk. I have got peppers coming out my ears now. See, right there? Peppers. And I have just one jalapeno plant because we don't really do spice too much. But I have one jalapeno plant, and I thought, I kind of like stuffed jalapenos a little bit because they're not too bad. So I had planned on making those with it and putting just a little bit of finely chopped up jalapeno and some salsa just to give it a little heat. But I could actually turn some of that jalapeno into like a kind of like a chutney to put into it. That might be good. Miss PS said she's going to have to contact me later sometime. Got a doctor's appointment soon. All right, Heart. You have a good night. Why am I saying good night? It's like halfway through the day. This is what happens when I go outside of my routine, you see? All right, Miss Laura. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. Roberta, I have actually heard that. I've not tried it, but I do like a little warmth, but not too much. And I think I can probably handle a little bit more than Matt and Hannah can. Now, our oldest girl, Shyler, she likes the spicy stuff, but not so much here. Picker says, yes, it is. Back 75 degrees, but it was 110. Goodness. Listen, it's really chilly here today. I mean, we have all of the windows open. We've had the air off for what, a week and some now. And I'm really enjoying the nice cool breeze coming through the house and bringing that fresh air in, it's like clothesline fresh smell. But it's pretty chilly. I mean, we might be about 65, 68 degrees, something like that. And normally we're, 75, 85 degrees still at this time. So it just means that I'm a little concerned about what winter is going to look like. It's going to be cold. I have a feeling it's going to be really cold. And I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like cold. But I have a feeling I have a delivery pulling up in my driveway. So I've ordered some vinyl off Amazon, and I'm making a couple of vinyl decals for a friend of Matt's that he works with. And so I've got some vinyl coming. It's supposed to be here today, so I thought I heard the UPS truck. Wonderful Blessed Life says we're supposed to cool down and we're praying for rain. We've had a huge fire going here. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that it was close to you guys. That's scary. Listen, that's something that I wanted to talk about. You know, with all this stuff going on, I don't want to get into an end of days conversation with folks today, you know, but you got to think there is something really going on. I mean, geologically, there's, you know, all these things, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, the fires. I mean, the tsunamis that have been going on overseas, like there is a lot of stuff happening these days, right? I mean, there is a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, it's scary. And one of the things about homesteading, one of the things that a lot of folks preach is to prepare for a basic emergency, prepare for, you know, flash floods, prepare for tornadoes if you're in Tornado Alley, prepare for hurricanes. You know, there are folks in Florida that are planning on waiting it out, either because they have to or they want to. And maybe they have the supplies and maybe they don't. And, you know, they seem to think that the supplies are just going to fall out of the sky or something. I don't know. Or that maybe they can go and get them after the storm passes. They don't even think about what if the roads are closed down? What if there's debris all over the place? That's if their house makes it okay and they make it okay. I mean, they have absolutely zero provisions. Goodness. Zero provisions for what to do in this emergency. And, you know, we're seeing on the news traffic being backed up, car to car, end to end, all the way down the highway. And all I'm thinking is, Lord, please let them get out of there before it hits, because they're stuck. Yes, exactly. Like Roberta says, they are stuck on the freeway. And that is a scary place to be. That's worse than being stuck in your house. So I don't know, man. It's really scary. You know, when we moved out here from Wichita, we saw a lot of the houses out here are trailer houses up on blocks. And we couldn't imagine, you know, because we come out here from Wichita right in the middle of Tornado Alley, where you don't do that. You know, you don't do that, because tornadoes happen, and they happen often. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and where. And so you prepare for it. Now, I understand they don't have tornadoes as much the way out here as they did, you know, back home. But still, you prepare for things that are possible in your area. So, you know, folks in Florida, I mean, how often do they have the threat of a hurricane? And there's no provisions, no preparations, no what are we going to do if we're going to get stuck on the freeway waiting until the last minute to get out, with all these other people who are waiting until the last minute to get out. That's scary. Yes, it is scary. You're right. All right, Pickers, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. So, you know, we have these fires and everything, you know, and I mean, I'm telling you, it's just, there's an awful lot of stuff going on these days, you know. One thing that always got me kind of like, wow, before we moved out here, Oklahoma started having a lot of earthquakes, and they were really small. I mean, they were, you know, barely big enough to feel. That's something that I never experienced before. You know, when I was younger, we never experienced earthquakes. I don't remember hearing anybody ever talk about an earthquake in Oklahoma. And now they're happening like all the time, and people are so numb to any new and different thing that they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, it's okay, we're having earthquakes now, it's okay. We don't think about or question why are we having these earthquakes all the time, all of a sudden? What's going on underneath the surface of the ground that we can't see that's causing these earthquakes to happen all the time? That's scary. It's scary. And I don't understand. I'll tell you, I don't understand why folks aren't, I don't want to say like scared. You know, you don't want to live in fear, but I don't know why they're not preparing for what if and just in case, you know? So while I'm collecting buckets from the grocery store, bakery, deli to store things in, getting backpacks together that has a change of clothes, water bottle, you know, things like this, things that we can use, a whistle, flares, you know, waterproof matches, little things like that, and, you know, a couple of those little camper meals, and putting them in bags and having them ready to go just in case. And I'm not a prepper, you know, by the definition in any way, shape, or form. But I want to make sure that my family is taken care of and that we're not missing something that we need desperately that I could have provided in the first place and just didn't get around to it. Anyway, that's my public service announcement for today. I don't want to get too much into it, but you know, it really is scary. I mean, with all this stuff going on right now, it really is scary. So, Wonderful Blessed Life says, earthquakes are scary. That is a weird feeling. Yeah, it really is. Roberta says, I lived in California for over 20 years. Hold on. Lived in California for over 20 years. Enjoyed the feeling of earthquakes, just not the death and destruction. Yeah. The first one that I felt before we came out here, it felt like an invisible elephant started out in the girl's bedroom and ran through the house, and then like out the wall in the front of the house or something. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever experienced. And at first I kind of sat there thinking, did I really feel that? That was weird. But I looked over at the fish tank and the water was swaying. And I thought, whoa, that was real. That's interesting. And then of course the girls came running out, Mom, did you feel that? You know? So, but yeah, it is an interesting feeling. But the idea of what makes an earthquake happen is a little bit scary, you know? So, Wonderful Blessed Life says, we had a big one when she was still in Guam and almost dropped Alex as a baby. Yeah, that's scary. Always heard to have a 24 hours go bag. Yes, absolutely. I mean, or 72 hours. Yes. Just something that has you prepared and ready for, you know, whatever. Just your basic staples. I mean, food and drink, a whistle so that you can get attention if you get buried in something or whatever, you know, if you get trapped in somewhere and you can't get out. You know, I mean, little basic things seem to be, you know, just no-brainers, basically. Put them in a bag and stick them by the door, you know, so a place where you can get to them easy. Banana says, Tuesday, my Florida cousin was trying to book a flight out to her daughter's homes up north and couldn't get a flight. Yeah. Listen, Bandana, did she make it out or what happened there? I mean, because, you know, you happen to know people along the way that, you know, she could kind of come through and be safe, you know. Pia says, bug out bags, important papers, photos, can opener, etc. You know, I watch videos now and then, and one of the videos that I spotted one time was how to open cans with a rock. And I thought, hey, that's something pretty interesting to check out, right? So basically, you're taking your your can, you know, where you've got the rim of it that you need to open up, and you've got this rock here, and so you're rubbing it on the rock like this, and you're putting some serious pressure to it. I mean, you're not being easy, you know, and you're basically wearing the seal of the metal down so that it will pop the seal off of it, pop the lid off of the can. So I thought that was pretty interesting, you know, being able to figure out how to access things, how to use things that are already going to be readily available. Rocks are everywhere. So, you know, Bandana says she hasn't heard. She was checking other options yesterday and trying to find out what she decides. Yeah, I hope she's okay, honey. I mean, it's starting to get a little scary there, and I know that a lot of folks are stranded on the highway, and man, that's a really scary thing. So, Pia, isn't autocorrect something fun? Yes. Oh man. So anyway, let me get my shoes here. So the garden, I'm going to try to switch gears a little bit and go through my little mental checklist of things that I always update on. The garden is getting overrun with weeds again because, you know, since there wasn't anything in there anymore, I just kind of left it alone. But goodness, the peppers are exploding, and they are doing really well. So I went ahead and kind of weeded around them a little bit to help them keep going, and I'll keep them going for as long as I can. So, but very soon I expect that we'll be able to get everything pulled out and reset for the spring and be done. I expect that we are doing a fall garden, yes. If we're going to, we need to get on it. And I don't know, to be honest with you, because I have this problem of overcommitting myself. Let's put it that way. So I've got, you know, all of my leg itches, I'm sorry. I got ate up by chiggers or something yesterday. Anyway, all of the stuff that I've got going on, all of the stuff that he's got going on, with all of the craft fairs and events that we have coming up and everything, I'm a little bit worried that we're not going to have time to get things planted and get them taken care of. So if we do, then it'll probably just be things in the raised beds because they're basically clean and ready now. And then we'll just level everything in the big garden and get it prepped for springtime. And, you know, that way the raised beds are a lot easier to maintain. They're a lot easier to weed. They're a lot simpler, and they keep everything together. And I can grow things in them while I've got the regular garden leveled. So I would say that probably, if anything, that's what we'll do. And I had already anticipated doing snap peas, sugar snap peas, and maybe some, I don't know, like a couple of cabbages, a couple of broccoli, you know, something simple and small like that. So I've got to figure something out with the cabbage, because we did really good growing the cabbage, aside from those stupid cabbage worms. But the cabbages grew really well. And so when it came time for harvest, we ended up with an awful lot of cabbage. And I should have gotten online and offered them up for sale right off the bat. but I ended up just giving away quite a bit of it, and I had chopped up a whole bunch of it for coleslaw, and we used a lot of it for coleslaw. But I'm thinking that what I'm gonna do next year is if I do the same amount of cabbage I did this year, which I only did, what, 12 head maybe? But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and process it up into coleslaw and then sell it in 1-pound coleslaw bags, you know, because what I'm finding is that people aren't really interested in cabbages, but a lot of folks eat coleslaw. So, you know, if I package them up in coleslaw bags, maybe that's a good way of getting it done. So anyway, there's that. P.S. says it's raining here and it's never in September. Yeah, I'm telling you, the weather has just gone bananas. That's all there is to it. Wonderful Blessed Life says they have nets on Amazon that you can get to put over them. So yes, we're absolutely talking about that for next spring. I already know that cabbage is going in the raised beds so that we can build a cover with the netting over the top of it, because I'm telling you, I am so done. I am done with those stupid cabbage moths. They literally obliterated everything. I mean, they were into the cabbage, they were into the lettuce, they were into the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. And the cauliflower I didn't even get because they were all over it. I'm done with them. I hate them. Hate them. So, let's see. Maybe sell it for more if you offer a homemade dressing for it. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. But the only thing I worry about with that is that you've got to worry about your cottage laws then at that point, because it's something you're actually making versus just a produce that grew in the ground that I just chopped up. You know what I mean? So like, it's not something that I have to worry about, you know, keeping refrigerated, or, you know, the health standards or anything like that. Chopping up vegetables, raw, like cabbage, that doesn't, you know, it doesn't alter, what am I trying to say? It doesn't alter the original composure of the item. However I'm trying to say that. Anyway, but basically, because raw cabbage is raw cabbage is raw cabbage, whether it's chopped up or left whole, it doesn't degrade any faster or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it's a really good idea to do that. Maybe I could do it for my friends or whatever, you know, but yeah, I wouldn't want to get too much into it outside of that. So, Wonderful Blessed Life is fighting the powder mildew, and it's killing her pumpkins. You know, let me tell you, I planted 2 Connecticut pumpkin plants and 2 giant pumpkin plants. I am totally 100% completely out of the pumpkin contest because I have 1 pumpkin that I managed to save and pull back. It obliterated my pumpkin patch entirely. I mean, like, you look out there, you don't even find remnants of stems or leaves or anything. Like, it is just gone. It is gone. So yeah, I'm out. My zucchini plant, I managed to have 1 plant out of 3 survive. I got, I don't know, 5 or 6 zucchinis off of it before it went and just obliterated itself. My squash, I planted 2 of those. I never got anything at all off of them. My cucumbers did really well. My watermelons are still doing well. We've gotten a couple of watermelons off of it already, and then we have several babies that are growing up and hopefully will be good, big, good watermelons. And then the 1 pumpkin, and that's it. So thanks, Pia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good day. I'll tell you what I do have in spades. loofah. One plant is spread over the entire corner of my garden, and it has these monstrous loofahs on it. I mean, like this big, literally this big, and some of them are this big around, and they are amazing. And now I'm just waiting on them to, you know, finish growing out and start dying off or whatever, drying out, so that I can actually harvest them. But there are a bunch of them. So, you know, there's that. So I may not have much to show for my fall garden, or, you know, much left over to show for my summer garden, but loofah I certainly have a lot of. So I actually have a friend of mine who makes soaps, and I'm going to be selling some of it to her so she can use it in her soap. So it'll work out pretty good, I think. And, you know, loofah isn't something that's going to dry out or go bad. As far as I know, once it's dry out, I mean, it's shelf stable forever. So we'll see. Let's see. Listen, if you want to try growing loofah, what zone are you in? Because I don't remember who it was that I was talking to. Maybe Sherry over at Two Family Homestead. I was going to send some loofah seeds to her, but her zone is too cold for it or something, I think. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, let's check and see. Let's check and see what zones it grows in, and if you can grow it there, then I'll send you a bunch. I'm going to have a whole bunch of seeds, because there are tons of loofahs out there. And I'm telling you, I planted that loofah, came from two seeds planted and planted together. So I guess technically it's two plants, but they were planted together like one plant. So Northern Kentucky, huh? Well, I don't know. You're 8B? Does that sound right? Are you really? Well, it must be because you're close to the coast. Maybe that's why. Well, if that's the case, then loofah should be no problem for you. So I'll make sure and send you some seeds. So, all right, folks. I guess, you know, it is almost 4 o'clock. So we've been on here for almost an hour and chatting, and to be quite honest, I feel like I've just wasted your time. We haven't really chatted about anything super substantial. But I do appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me for an hour. And let's see. She says, we're an hour from the coast. Very wet climate would be wonderful. Yeah, I'll send you some. It's no problem. And Miss Roberta, if you want some too, I'll send you some also. You girls just send me your mailing address, and I'll send you some when I get them. So there's going to be quite a few of them. I know there are, because I don't know, there's at least a dozen huge loofahs out there right now, and a ton of little ones that are still growing. So, you know, yes, he is something. I'm telling you, I went out to the chicken coop earlier because the girls were really getting worked up, and Roberta says 6A is her zone. I think you're still good with 6A. I'm pretty sure you are, so I can send you some. I mean, worst case scenario, you know, a couple of seeds doesn't cost anything, and if they don't make it, okay. But anyway, I went out to the chicken coop earlier because the girls were clucking and carrying on and acting a fool, like something was going on in there. And I went to see what was up, and man, they were just clucking to be clucking. I don't know what the deal was, but while I was in there, one of my Buff Orpingtons has apparently decided that she's like a cat or a dog or something, because she come barreling up to me, big old fat booty waddling, you know, running up to me like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And I picked her up, and I mean, she just settled into my arms, and we walked around the chicken coop for a good 15 to 20 minutes, just hanging out with the chickens. And she sat in my arms the entire time. She was totally happy. So, I mean, they've been pretty friendly before anyways, but this was like really friendly. So anyway, I thought that was great. So I'm going to have to take some little treats out to them next time I go. And you know, I mean, tomorrow or whatever. I won't be back out there tonight. Matt takes care of them in the evening. He closes them up, and he checks the eggs in the afternoon, closes them up at night. So, and especially today, since I'll be at the library doing the class, so I don't get to help with that stuff, which is almost bad, but I'm really thankful that he does that, you know. He does a good job. So, anyway, I reckon I will let you gals go, and I will see you guys next week. Remember, I'm not coming back on at 8 o'clock tonight, and I'm not going to come on at 11. So, yeah, you're talking about mealworms, bless life. And yeah, they absolutely love them, and they would attack. Yes. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Oh, Half Acre. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.